Right guys, she's pretty much done. Everything's on. I've done that again where I've just skipped you out. So a lot of these videos will probably just look the same. It's going to start off with a hi guys, and then we're just going to look at this same bloody bike. And I edited up the first one this morning and that didn't have no pipes on, so we're definitely making progress. I've done everything. There were a load of fiddly bits, so I got myself into a bit of a nightmare, and that's why I stopped recording it. It was just one of them. It took so long. I just keep thinking I just need to keep cracking on with this and get it off the bench. Well, today's the day. Basically, all I've got to do now, I've been waiting for these little tiny springs to come along, and I've just got to put 2 on that pipe, 2 on the back pipe, and it's done. I've done all the proper fiddly bits. So I've done this bracket here on the top, which I had a bit of a nightmare with. Done the heat shield, had a bit of a nightmare with. I've sprung the 2 joints. They were relatively easy. Brazed on the brackets down here, they're really nice. Gaps are all perfect on it. I just thought what I'd do now, just stick you on record and we'll whip it all off. We'll whip it all off, we'll braze them springs on, then we'll put it all back on again. And battery and memory card dependent. We'll see how long it takes to take off first. You'll see how much of a nightmare I have with this thing. I've probably had it on and off about 7 or 8 times, which is annoying. Just to mark things up, put it back on again, tack a bit, braze it, put it back on again. Oh, absolute nightmare, minefield, horrible, horrible, horrible. But it's up there with one of the best exhaust pipes I've ever made. It fits like a glove. It's nearly perfect. Like I'm talking like 99.9%. The only one thing I did wrong with this rubber mount here, I often tack them on, so I've tacked a nut on the back of the bracket because it's fiddly to get to. And normally you tack and then unscrew it all dead fast to stop the rubber from melting. But this has got an alley tube through the middle of it, and I didn't think about it. And basically that alley tube in the middle has took up all the heat. Next thing I know, I'm just tacking away and this thing's smoking like mad. And it's just got to the boiling temperature, whatever it is, the igniting temperature. It didn't ignite, but I don't know, some reaction temperature of it. It just started fluffing out, flipping smoke coming off it, billowing white smoke out of it. And half of the rubber there has disappeared. And then when I tried to pull it all apart to stop it from wrecking it anymore, the front rubber just fell to bits into 3 pieces. Oh yeah, nightmare. So last night I had to get some Marodite out the back of the cupboard, which I think I might have been in there for about 10 years. It's not too bad because you have to mix it, don't you, so it don't go off. But I don't think it's the best. But I've managed to stick it back together enough that we can put it on there to show it. I've asked the customer if he can just buy a new one because it's only a rubber in it, and he said he's going to try and hunt one down. So that's your 0.1% is that little tiny rubber there. I need a new one. Apart from that, everything's back together. I've yet to try and take this exhaust system off down here with this lever bolted back in place. But if I just crack on, find me 13mm Allen key, maybe let's whip these springs off. No, it's really hard to pick which bits I'm going to do first. We're going to take this faffy bracket off. So should I give you a bit of zoom? Can I give you a bit of zoom? Move me out the way of it possibly, so you can at least see what's going on. So yeah, faffy bracket out that middle one there. You can see it a little bit better, but I'll show you all gaps and everything again, which I've shown you a million times. Once we get on to that, when I put it back together, we'll drop it down off ramp. I might show you beforehand so I can actually get to it. It's down on the floor, I have to roll around on my knees to show you all, but so yeah, I might give you one last look and then we'll drop it down on the floor and we'll all look at it. Stood back, see what it looks like. So what I'm doing here, these are 2 big like casing bolts, aren't they? Really long bolts that go into engine casings. Take that one out there, which has got a nut on the back. Basically, don't want to pull that rubber apart now. Now it's ROCHDALE together. I just want to keep it. So I don't think it's done the best job that, but we'll keep that heat shield on. But I don't know if because there's a spring across the back here, but I think I can get to that from here. I think that's how we do that. So part of this bit now is taking it on and off, is also partly to see whether the customer can take it on and off easy. So like I've done it 8 times, so I know the technique. You can't see me down there, can you? I'm just undoing that front collar. I'm just going to go around and just take everything off, stacking it all off, take it apart. Yeah, see I've marked where they go, so just I had these flanges off and I drilled 2 holes in them, because they don't come with holes in as standard. Ordered these in, which are like little Pico Enduro springs. Nice bits of kit them. The other ones that we had were 100mm longs, I think. These are 57, so the other ones are like nearly twice as long. And they were just going a bit too far across here, you know, to get a spring hook on, or the spring hook could be around the bottom. So the only way you could do it was to pull it across there, and just too much spring. The customers brought me 4 of them to do that with. And I sent them a message saying I'm not happy with them springs, they don't look nice. So we gone against them. Right, the rest of it's on backside. So it's the same again, but on that back pipe. I'll zoom out for this one. I'm gonna have to go around the back. Basically there's a spring there in the middle, down there. Don't know if you can see that. I'm going to pull that from down the bottom. It's a tight spring, that one. Good springs then, good springs. Right, and then take the flange off the back. I want to take the silencers off first as well. We need to undo these. Undo them and wiggle them out. So that is the first bit. Sorry about the bounce then. Camera's mount's a bit stiff. Without taking these off, can't get that U-bend off the bottom. And what am I doing this? Got to take it all off just to weld 2 spring hooks on the front of each header pipe. Got a long way to go again. I'm going to undo all these brackets down here at the bottom. That U-pipe's stiff as. There's no movement in that bottom pipe down there, that's nice. Right, I'm going to go down to the backside and do the same on that silencer. I'm over here. You've not got much to see. I could have moved you, but it'd take 2 seconds, won't it, this? Probably should have moved you. Sent customer pictures and he's well happy. I even told him obviously I had to tell him about that burning that rubber yesterday, and he was still happy. I'm just over the moon with it, he is. Exactly how he wanted it to be. Like I say, I'm thrilled. I am thrilled as well. So these 2 nuts at the back now, I'll get to one from there, just to unnip it. Yeah, it's still a bit tricky, it's still a bit tight. The main thing that's tight about that is it sits in between the fins on the rows. They can't actually get onto it with a spanner. The original one, the ones brought with it, they've got them like, you know where they've got this flange out on the bottom and nuts. So they've almost got a washer with them. All you can see is the pair of hands again, can't you? I'm here. So that steps them off enough that you can get a spanner on, but he had a set of, like ones that you'd use a 13mm spanner on the front pipes, and ones that you'd use like an 11mm spanner on these back pipes. I couldn't be bothered faffing about between 2 spanners, so I just got 2 normal nuts out of the parts bin. Right, that's done. Got I'm just going to quickly undo this bracket round here. I think it's undo that one in it. That'll be the best way of doing that. But I can maybe show you the same on that side, which is down there. Just going to take that out of the engine. If it'll come out, it's just a little. I have to wind you down for you to see it. Nice bit of brazing going on that part there, isn't there? See that swoosh? Oh, delish. So on the other side I've took, I might leave that one in because I don't think it won't wind all the way out. On the other side I've took the top one out and not the bottom one. That's all going to be a case of how far that'll drop down now. They're really nice, them rubber mounts down there. They're attached to engine. That bracket's a flipping work of art, I think. Let's get you zoomed back out, do some wiggling. So normally I'd be that's the front pipe. So that's going to need brackets welded on it. That's going to need the tabs welded on there. Let's take all that off. Quite a simple job really. Just 2 spring hooks. One there where that line is up to that line. And one there up to that line. Obviously I need to grind the mill scale off it, so I need to mark these lines longer. Grind the mill scale off it. I don't think you're in focus there, are you? But there we go. Yeah, that's where we're looking at. Yeah, there's a line there. Actually, you can see them both there. There'll be one there, little spring hooks. These are marked at the end of the spring, so I need to move that. Actually, I need to move that line back 4 mil, so you know, so that the springs are sprung when they're on. So that's that. Now we need to try and get to the back pipe. So another fiddly thing. Separate these two, which is not the easiest job in the world. My joints are really, I've got a perfect joint on them, so they're really tight. Case of that load of wiggling. Alright, it's coming, it's definitely getting slack of that. Not even looking at it, just wiggle and feel it. There we go, it's dropped. I can pull this, I can pull that one out, which is the tailpipe I'm looking for. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, pull that one out. They're sprung into the head and they've got these collars on them, but the easiest way to actually get it all to come out, instead of pulling that pipe out of there, is to pull, so still to undo that nut, because then you just get a little bit more waggle. That won't waggle in there, so you just won't come free. Right, well that's the back one. Missing a spring somewhere, spring's dropped off it. There's spring. So this one's got a spring up mark there, another one on the opposite side of it, just to show you that it probably will come out. This is tricky, this one. This only goes in one way. So seeing that though, when I put it in, it drops in. Oh, it's probably because I've got the rubber mounts on it, we've created a bit less room. But yeah, there's one way of doing this. I'm not sussed it out yet, not quite sussed it out. damn tight to engine. Someone were asking me what the wire pattern were for yesterday on my video. And it's when I was sandbending these. And basically I told him it's for this, it's to show you where the top and the bottom is. So it's to show you where the highest point is and the lowest point is. And make sure the pie's bigger than that. And with this one, I have got it absolutely banged on, as you can tell. Not that much banged on, but I can't get it off. I'm trying to give that rubber mount a little bit of waggle room. And that's all that's stopping us really. Where's that touching? We'll go right to the side, I'm going to set that rubber mount off. Because I think it's because I've left them rubber tabs on. And when I get it all off before I braze it, I need to go for a week. Nothing but truth from the Raysons. Oh, yeah, I'm nearly down because I'm having to concentrate, I think. It's like... Well, that felt like it was the one, but... Come on. Little fiddly fucker. Like a little drop and turn. What's stopping that? No, I'm still not there yet. Left loads of dust and dirt on the back of this bike. In just to prove that this comes off. You can't flip and get it to come off. I think it's still like rubber possibly. I can't get that out because when it comes out, that the nut off it, the bolt off it jams along the back side of that, which then means let's just see if it is that. If it is, it's a bit of a pain. But I assume once customers got it on, I don't think he'll be moving it. Just take it out of the way. That rubber mount off. The thing with them, they're fair long, so you can see how that would probably just get in the way. I do that quite often, don't I? Yeah, it's quite long, but it's not like I'm saying, oh, it's just a rubber mount. It's a tab, so that, and that's sticking off the frame. It's probably just catching on that as it's trying to come out, I think, but... Ah, yeah, see? That's it, just wanting to rotate up past that. Flipping 2-second job when that's not on. That's all the back collector with the nice fancy brackets. You keep losing focus, don't we? Yeah, nice bracket. Nice bracket. Tailpipe, tailpipe. That's all done, that one, isn't it? Put that down on the floor. Right, we're going to set these up on bench. Do like I say, get these ground off, put the spring hooks on them, put it all back together. So for now, we're going to put you out here over the way. Out of the way. I'll say bye. Bye. I'll be back soon. Like I say, I'm just going to go for a week. We'll set that up on bench there, get the brazing out. 4 quick spring hooks, then put it all back on the bike. I'll show you how simple that flipping bottom pipe is to slap back up now that rubber's not on it. Then we'll just put it all back together again, finish it, drop it on the floor, clean all these parts up, stick them in box. I'll be back. Nice to see you. Right guys, I'm in. I'm nearly in, I'll bend down low. This is a tricky one to film. It's a great tricky one. This is like probably one of the hardest jobs. When you get onto these very last spring hooks, they are a nightmare. Basically because they're not on a flat plane. So the ones I've done to join these together, they're, you know, the end pipes, the mid pipe, it's a straight into a straight. So you can put the straight on the bar and you can sit the spring hook nice and flat in an horizontal plane. It won't fall off. These are on a bend. So you need to balance them. So I've set this bar up at an angle here, prop the pipe up like that, so I can get it in the right place so it will sit flat. But even then, it wants a bit of flipping warming up and tapping round. You're flashing red now, and it were half a bar when I turned you off earlier on. Full. You can't even see it, so we'll just try and get one done, and then I'll put you on. I'm gonna have to put you on a quick boosty charge, aren't I? See you there on that bend. See that just hovering away. What I'm going to do is stick a bit of flux on that, and I'm just going to put a tack on it. Because this curves over that way, you see the back ends are sticking out, aren't they? So I'm going to have to put a tack on the front, warm these up, tap them round, and then finish it off, finish the brazing off afterwards. So if I can just get that one on, and then I'll faff around with all the, trying to get it set at the right angle to braze these on, because I've got one on opposite side, which means flipping the bar all around the other way. And just get that on there. I might record one for me Instagram. I don't know, I don't think it'll do that well, to be honest with you. But yeah, about there, get some goggles, because it'll take flipping half an hour for it to charge up as well. Annoying that I've now got two. Still annoying. I've still got two sets of brazing rods on go. These TIG brazing and the right, so that's on there. Now a quick tap down. Makes them really neat, that. Like they were made to go there. Ah, one off. See, it's quick and easy. Once you've prepped it all up, it's quick and easy. Wait for that to cool down. I wanted to dip it. I might even dip it. I wanted to dip it because it's on shore and I just want to get that flux off. So that's what we've got. If I can get it to focus in. Nice spring hook. So yeah, I need to do one on the opposite side now where that black line is. So it means set. It would sit there roughly, but it keeps on it wants to turn around that, so I need it there, but I need something to stop it from turning. Maybe block something off the bench underneath. But yeah, right, I'll be back. I'm going to put you on charge, I'll be back. Right guys, that's it. All finished, done. All spring ducts up. Hey, it's one complicated system that, isn't it? So it's all sand bent as well. Just nice, man. Nice, nice, nice. That's a 2 into 1 into 2, or a 2 into 2. It's a 2 into 1 into 2, isn't it? Tricky. But yeah, nice, nice thing. Time to put it all back on the bike. I might try and film a bit with my phone. I've been lacking with the old reels, and at one point before my were born last year, I was getting quite good at them, and now it's just off the boil. Creativity has gone because I've been creating nice things like this instead. So all my brain power's gone into this stuff. I'm not into making videos, as you can tell when you watch these videos. But yeah, it's fit, that, innit? Fit. So, time to get it back onto the bike. I give you half a charge. It says you've got a full battery, but it's dog jazz that battery. Let's put that down on the floor. And right guys, we're recording. I just tried putting them on and it was fiddly as, so I'm not doing a reel. It's loaded against it, I think. I've got that back pipe in and I've just slipped this bottom pipe up. So then I need to get that one on there. I think that the best way to get these pipes to come together, when I'm doing these on race pipes, I tend to just put the spring on. So like it's hard to wiggle that pipe into there, but if you just put the spring on, and when you're wiggling it, you don't have to push and wiggle, you can just wiggle and the spring will pull it in. We'll go like that now. Suss out which way my spring wants to go. That way, I think we'll have it that way, because the two sides, they swivel on one end, don't swivel on the other end, which is good actually. So you want to put the swivel on the end that you're pulling because it helps you get it onto the hook. Might have too much resistance to go there. Oh, there, we're going. Right, get that spring on. When I find the puller's just got jammed up the back of there. I can't believe I'm going to get this off the bench today. If we can get that pulled across to there, we are. Still a bit of a distance, that. One on. They're the only, I've never put springs on them yet, have I? What would you do next, Ben? I think put them rubber mounts up the back of there. That's it, it's getting very, very interesting, this thing. That screw looked like the right screw, but it's not the right screw. Become easier this morning as soon as I've flipping actually got through everything. There's not much left on the bench. That's a little bit annoying. That's why I can't bother doing reels, because you do this and then you're halfway through putting this on. Oh, there it is. You can't find the flipping screw. It just messes up your flow. We'll just leave them loose, both of them, until I get the other side on. Right, they're both somewhere near. I'll put the back silencer on while you're over there and I'm out the way, and then we'll get back onto the front. One silencer on. Yep, still got the gap there. Just going to stick a wooden packer in between there, just so when I tighten these on, they're pushed up as far as they'll go, like they'll hold it away, because it's not touching the engine, but I just want it far away from the engine. And it's all trying to rotate around the bike. Right, this one I might set my phone up for this, and then we're going to have a good look at that. Basically, I've just filmed myself brazing, because your camera will run out. I filmed myself brazing the hook on, so now I might as well take a video of me pulling the spring on that. Which, I don't even know if you're still with me. Oh, you are still with me. You can see a camera arm, can't you? But through that gap, we're about to put a spring on. I think you can see my phone. Press record on it. Right, sorry about guys, sorry about that. So have a look down there. It looks lovely. That is it, innit? That's it, finished. Oh, pretty much finished. I'm going to go around backside, put the other one on. There. Put the other one on the other side of it. It looks sweet. I just realised I didn't put the nuts on, so I just did a last little minute. Stick a nut on it. I think that's going to be the same with the other side. So I need to remember to take my 13mm spanner. Got my springs. I say that little flipping reel's not going to get a. It's not going to get a walk around like you're going to get. That was tight, tight. Oh, and then I've just got that middle bracket to do, haven't I? Find the other. Could possibly be a good way to stick the. I'm taking you back out. You're just looking at spring again, aren't you? You're not going to see me on the other side, like, but you probably will actually. I'll talk to you. So what I was thinking there is then if you slacken them nuts off, that'll drop that down, it'll loosen that spring up, and then if you tighten it up, it'll pull them springs tight, won't it? And it become a bit easier to put on. It was just something I realised then while we're doing this side, but I still want to be able to see if it can. It's probably going to need a better spring puller than I've got. Mine's just made out of wire. It's a cheap one that I got off Keith Dixon, the racer. He used to own a Yamaha shop in Accrington. It's called KD Motorcycles now, so it's still the same place. But oh, that's awful to get to, that one. Might do it from the other side. Right, I say that quite often, don't I? It's flipping awful, it's a nightmare. Like I don't like what I'm doing, but sometimes you don't. But in a minute, this will all take itself off. It's going to look nice. It's going to look nice. That's this, then that bracket, the bracket on the front, so this spring here is the last spring. That's it all tightened up. Need to check that. There's another problem. One of them nuts fell off and it fell down in between the fins. I need to remind myself to tell the customer about that. Oh, she's looking spiffing. Check the gaps down there. Oh, the gaps. You won't believe how good the gaps are on this. I'm going to try and show you all the gaps. They're all like 5mm here, 5mm there. So all we've got left now. Make sure I tighten that up. I think I did the back one from the other side, didn't I yet? That's good. That's going to move a little tiny bit because it's only sprung into head in it. That bit, all the back's all solid, and then the only thing that's moving that now is that last little bracket. That's a case of slide that on there. I wonder if that's. No, I can't do off centre. I've got it on there before. I wonder if that's off centre. It looks in a different place slightly. Still looks like it's in a different place. But yeah, that's not lining up properly, but it can't have moved anywhere because that port's still in the same place, isn't it? It's shipping over like that. Ah, it's pulling it in. Nice, nice. It's not going in square, that. Of all things. Suppose last thing I could try, just slacken that front end off, slacken that part, you know, take these two springs off, slacken that collar off, pull that in first, do them second. So sometimes you have to do that. So I'll do that, turn you off, save a bit of battery, come back when it's done. Hopefully it'll be on the floor over there, so I'll be back soon. That's if you could even see me head then. Right guys, the customer's on his way to come and pick up this Ducati. So let's have one last look at it. Look at that beauty. Right, flip it round. Let's flip it round. Yeah, that's your one last look. No, it's not. I don't think I finished off the last video by whipping it down off the bench, and I said I were going to do. So now we've got Benelli Sass on bench. The Ducati was on the bench, I think, the last time you've seen it. I don't think we've seen it on the floor, so that were a little sneak peek. Let's get it into the... I just like to get one square on shot, and sometimes it looks alright at the start of the video, but well, like I've been saying, no one's been watching these recently, so I don't know what I've done wrong or different. I think maybe I started off good and then people got bored, so I should stop talking. Let's start looking. Have a quick spin round in workshop. There she is. There she is. Just looks, there's nothing really to show you, nothing really to see, because it's all nice and tucked away. And it just looks like a Ducati. It's like, I've not done anything that's going to wow you, like spectacular, or wow, that's different, or that's crazy, or that's daft. There's just nothing about it. It just looks like a standard exhaust system. It's just, yeah, it's really nice, these turnover cans. I think that's how you say that, innit? They're spot on. It's always a bit thingy because the bike's a length like that. It's a bit so like my camera's sat level there. It's just hard to get them so it looks like it's level. I think they're about level there, but I know they're spot on because if you watch the previous videos, I made a nice little jig to that bolted in that hole down to get that mount hole there to make sure that they were exactly the same. So yeah, so them cans are in the same place. If they're any different, it's because Turinomi's made that bracket slightly different. But I can't imagine that they have. So if you look at them from there and just look through to the back, so level. I think I pointed this out on another video. You see that, the mudguard there, that line on the mudguard just follows the silencers. Absolutely lovely. This were a nice little job. Remade them, haven't we? No, you're not getting much focus on them. But yeah, they were down there when I first got them, and they come all the way from America, and the customers asked me to chop them back, and he were well happy with them. The job I've done on them, they're like miles better than they were originally. This bit coming down there, nice. You can barely see that goes in. This bracket down there needs a lot more attention, but I don't know how long we can look at it, and I don't think you can quite see it, but it curves away. I put like a curved bend in it, and it just looks magical. It's that braze line as well, doesn't it? The sweep on that braze line is like that there is almost the same as that there. You know, it's just a swoosh, as I like to call them. Can you see that? Yeah, what a thing. So that weld is the same as that pipe, mate. You don't get that attention to detail on anything else, do you? So yeah, we've got them, and then there's the two hidden pipes around the back there. They're all nice. It just needs a lot of cleaning up on them now. So that's raw, and there's no marks in it. It's got black scale on it, but then like this one, there's a bit of a ripple in the weld seam on the pipe, so I've just buffed that off. Then you've got the dirty flux around the brazing that I've done on each bit. They want either like dropping in acid, or I think generally if these are getting ceramic coated, they just get bead blasted off, and that'll probably be enough. I don't think I've left any marks on shore, so that weld is quite buffed off at the back. It's acceptable, I think. The ones down at the bottom where the Siamese is down there, you can't see that, can you? They're a bit grubby, them ones at the back, just because they were hard to get into clean, so it's a bit messy down there, but you can't see it. The welds are nice and the finger, but just cleaning it up afterwards, just really hard to get in there with anything. This has been cut and joined there, which you'll never ever tell. And then I buffed it in, polished it up. That's why this bit's totally different from the rest of it, because I've just buffed round it after I welded it up, make sure it looked nice. And that whips over. Got the nice rubber bracket on the top. The original Ducati heat shield, all spring mounted. The customer might be here, so let's just zoom it back again. You can hear a car outside or a van. We'll leave it there. Maybe do a couple of different angles for you. Still lovely. Still lovely. Just nice, isn't it? Just nice. If I get some photographs of that finished, which I will do, I'm sure the customer will send me some photographs when it's finished. I'll get them up on my Facebook, my Instagram. But yeah, for now, there's someone outside, so I'm going to go and see what's going on. It was nice seeing you. Have a good one.